Hey, what's up? My name is Josh. I'm with Breaker Stereo and Performance. This is a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. We're going to be doing a 3.5-inch max track lift with the Fox shocks upgrade, along with some 35-inch tires. Now, in this video, we're going to take you through a full tutorial. We're going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to put this kit onto the vehicle. We're also going to show you exactly what comes in this kit. If you're interested in this kit, you can purchase it on our website. There's a link in the description below taking you directly to the product page. Now remember, we do have financing available. Simply add the cart and pick a financing option from there. Okay, so let's get this thing in the garage and let's get it going. All right, go ahead and remove your wheels and tires. And then we're going to unbolt the brake line bracket. That's a 10mm from the frame. And we're doing that so that when we stretch to get the coil in, we don't cause any damage. And make sure to remove the lower bracket, and that's a 15mm. Now go ahead and do the other side as well. Next, unbolt the sway bar end links on both ends, and those are both 18s. And then make sure to use a jack to take the load off the shocks. And that's an 18 on both sides as well. So remove the bottom bolt first, and then move on to the top. Go ahead and remove the other shock as well. Before lowering the axle, release the 2 guide clips holding the wiring for the front diff disconnect so the wire doesn't get stretched out and damaged. Now lower the jacks and remove both coil springs. Using a 7/16 14 tap, thread the hole that's in the middle of the lower coil seat on the front axle. Go ahead and do that on both sides. Those are for your bump stops. Now go ahead and grab your coil. And make sure your coil oscillator is on the bottom. And then grab your bump stop. Set that in the center and then pop it in. Okay, you got a lot of tension there, so go ahead and grab your crowbar to help you seat the coil. Using the provided bolt, go ahead and attach the bump stop extension to the axle and tighten. Now go ahead and do the other side. Now you got some tension on the opposite side, so you may need someone to pull that down or use a crowbar in order to get this coil in. Now go ahead and grab your shocks. Start with the top, using the factory bolts. And then slide in the lower mount. Again, using the factory bolts. And then go ahead and do the opposite side. Now go ahead and reinsert the guide clips for the front diff. At this point, you're going to want to go ahead and install the brake line brackets, but on this build, MaxTrack didn't give us the correct ones, so we're just putting the original ones back on, and then we'll go ahead and put the new ones on when we get them. Okay, so go ahead and remove the front sway bar end links. And then take the rear sway bar end links and move those to the front. Okay, so onto the rear. So go ahead and unbolt the brake line brackets from the frame. That's a 10mm. And then you're going to want to unbolt the rear shocks on both ends, and those are 18s. Lower the axle down to remove both coil springs. Attach the new bump stop extension to the factory striker plate on the axle using the provided nuts and bolts. Ensure that the bump stop extension is installed with the angle cut leaning forward. Unbolt the track bar from the mount on the frame and separate. Attach the new track bar bracket to the frame using the supplied hardware and sleeves. Using the provided M14 2.0 x 80mm bolt, nut, and washers along with the supplied crush tube at the original track bar mounting location. The crush tube will go inside the original bracket and the bolt will go straight through the entire assembly. Next, loosely install the provided bolt, nut, and washer at the support hole going through the frame. Attach the track bar to the new bracket using the factory bolt. Only loosely snug the bolt going through the track bar and tighten the two provided bolts on the track bar bracket. You'll tighten that track bar bolt once the vehicle is on the floor. Now grab your rear coils and install both coil springs, making sure that the coil isolator is installed correctly. Now the coils should be installed with the part number right side up. Now install the new rear sway bar end links. The sway bar end link should be oriented to where they swooped inwards at the axle. Now go ahead and grab your rear shocks. You're going to be using the factory bolts, both top and bottom. Once the vehicle's on the floor, make sure to tighten that track bar bracket. Now we got the correct brackets from MaxTrack the next day, so we went ahead and put them on. As you can see, we're struggling a little bit because the wheels and tires are on, but if you got this thing in the air, it's a piece of cake. Okay, so we're done with this. As you guys saw, it's a pretty easy kit to do. It should take you anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, but let's go ahead and check out this vehicle. It came out really good. All right, so let's talk about the wheels and tires. We haven't done that yet. All right, so these are the Moto Metals, and these are MO 986s, and this is a 20 by 10 with a negative 24 offset. And on the tire, we went with the Nexen Rodian MTX, and these are 35 12.5 20s. Really good looking tire, nice looking wheel. All right, again, this kit is available online. Just click the link in the description below. It'll take you directly to the product page. If you're local to Ventura County, we're located at 465 North Oxnard Boulevard in the beautiful city of Oxnard. Thanks for watching.